I attended Elmira College in New York for a couple of years before transferring to Simmons College in Boston. I grew up in a small town, so there wasn't a lot of kids that are going to be self-pay or anything like that, so they really pushed FAFSA and financial aid. Played volleyball in college, so I had a semi-scholarship for that. The rest that they provided me all the applications for financial aid and the FAFSA package and all of that. The job market was pretty down, so all I had was an internship that paid me $900. We ended up going with private student loans. I had 4 separate loans through them, and all 4 had different interest rates. I want to say the lowest was like 6% and the highest was over 9%. Grandmother actually ended up being my co-signer. I was like a daughter to her, so the choice of helping me was easy, but the financial strain that it caused on us and on our relationship when things got really bad made it very difficult. I was actually in a pretty dark place with it all, with financials and everything. I actually thought it was going to prevent me from getting my job because they do a financial and credit check for my internship, and everyone was, going and doing all these trips and like trying things for the first time. That was when everyone was supposed to be traveling and gaining life experiences, and I just couldn't do it. I have about 5 classes left of my master's. I'm in a position now where I'm lucky enough to where I get that free through my job. So I haven't had to apply for financial aid or anything like that through my continued education. I believe I was just getting involved with Yrefy with 2 of my loans when I started this job, so things were starting to kind of look up. Since then, I've had my second 2 incorporated as well. I want to say I was very low 5s, maybe even in the 400s as far as like my credit score, and there was delinquencies and red flags everywhere all over my report. I couldn't even qualify for a credit card when I was desperate. It was one of those things where there had been a handful of other companies that we'd received stuff from, and we called and they're like, well, because your loans are private, we can't help you. Or, well, because you have this much that you owe, we can't help you. So it was one of those things where I was like, yeah, I'll get to it, because no other company was willing to help me. So what makes this one any different? I believe my first point of contact was Katie, and right off the bat, I kind of knew that this one was going to be a little different. It was one of those things where I talked to her frequently, and I was still, researching the company, making sure that it was a legitimate company, because when someone offers you help and you haven't had anybody that do that, you kind of are skeptical. Like the only way that I could have consolidated my loans and gotten out of what I was in is if it was something completely customized, and no other place was willing to do that. Everyone else wanted it to fit inside their box and inside their cookie cutter, and my loans didn't fit that. And when I consolidated with Yrefy and everything that went in, my interest rate for all 4 consolidated was less than any single one that I had. So right now my credit is in the high 700s, which I never thought I'd be even close to that. It was once I started to look at my credit and everything was starting to go up, and I would see like 30-point jumps here and 30-point jumps there. I was like, all right, this finally made it. I'm married. My wife and I have a 2-year-old son. We just bought our second home, which we completely custom built. Everything is exactly how we wanted it. So, for someone that's only 32 years old, I think I've accomplished a lot of the things that I wanted to do. And now at this point, it's raising a good family and teaching my son to be a good man, and hopefully traveling with him as he gets older. Well, I appreciate it more than you know, because your hard work probably saved my life.